Can you do the deep voice, please? Do it. Do it.
Is it on? No. Welcome back. I can't even hear myself. Do the deep voice. Alright, welcome back to the Daily Traders episode.
Episode number 6. Yeah, I need my normal voice back. That's good. Turn my voice up a bit. I don't want to use the deep voice.
Oh, it's so funny. The viewers gotta hear it. They gotta know what's good with the new.
So back-to-back episodes we filmed yesterday. I'm leaving for a week, so we're keeping on top of things.
Yep.
We got a new setup. We got a new board with a bunch of lights on it that makes us be able to use voices and sound effects and other stuff like that.
Can we demonstrate?
And now our media guy can actually tune in and talk and kind of like be part of the podcast, which is kind of fun.
Media, you want to
we've got like a third co-host. I'm your host, Mark. This is my co-host, Jack. All right.
And this
the
is
Daily
media.
Trader, the Weekly Trader,
behind
and
the
media
scenes.
guy behind the scenes.
Right here.
Word.
That's fun. And then when we have a guest on, we've got another mic for the guest.
Yeah, I think technically that was our first other person on the podcast besides me and you.
First guest is our media
There we
guy.
go, media.
Our media guy, our editor, who just did a crazy job editing the day in the life video we did, which I filmed a day in the life video when I was living in LA, and that was literally a year ago. And so we ran a part 2 now that I'm in Maine. So day in the life in Maine on the YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's insane. You saw it. You were part of it.
Yeah, I was in a little bit of it. It's a great video. They just keep getting better and better.
We came to the office, checked out the office. It's a good look at what my normal life looks like as a day trader and kind of running this whole company.
Yeah, it's not over exaggerated like a lot of the satire TikToks are. It's kind of
It's like an actual day.
It's very realistic in how your day actually operates. But
I think it's realistic, but also like super inspirational.
Yeah.
Like way more than the last one. I call it episode 0, that first video, like 650K, like way more inspirational, which is great. Kind of different for a day trading day in the lives.
do you think it's gonna do as well
the
as
intro
the last
was really
one?
inspirational. I think it'll do better than the last one.
Word. All right.
And the last one's at 650K views on YouTube, which is a lot.
Yeah.
We get millions of views on TikTok, but that's a lot. And if you guys didn't know, the Daily Traders is the largest, I would say, trading and investing community out there with combined, probably 3 million followers across all platforms.
3.5. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of followers. A lot of people.
But today we're going to be, mixing, as we always do, mixing in some stories, trading talk, education, and at the end of the day, just having some fun, entertaining. We've got show notes. All right, a little disclaimer we got to put in here. We are not financial advisors. We cannot give financial advice. Nothing said in this podcast should be taken as financial advice. The full disclaimers will be in the description below. Thanks. And I wanted to actually kick things off talking about a recent trade, a trade that we talked about in last week's episode, which was, again, filmed yesterday, but I ended up closing that trade this morning. And it was on Uber, okay? And it was funny because you said I closed the trade out, and I'm like, oh, that was a good trade. I made like 18,800.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yeah, solid trade.
Sick. But you're like, oh, you're not hyped at all. I'm like, no, but like, honestly, I'm not hyped about what I just made. I'm hyped about the fact that everyone else in the group, when they started posting their gains, like that was what excited me more than my actual P&L. Knowing that like, all right, this service that we provide, that I fulfill on and like, put myself out there, and it's like a validating thing to see that like, yes, I had another successful trade that went really well. I made some money, but it's whatever. But at the end of the day, everyone else that's in the group got to make money. That's like the coolest thing for me. Like, honestly, that made me way more hyped than making money.
Yeah, it was cool seeing all like the members like taking screenshots, showing the P&Ls.
Someone said they paid. It was, I asked like, how's everyone's day going? And he's like, great. I just paid for my rent off the call out.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's awesome.
It's very, very cool. You were in the trade?
Yeah, I was in the trade. I actually held it a little bit
Every
not
time
too much
you
longer.
say this, I held it a little longer.
Well,
I made more money than you.
Well, I didn't make more money than you, but I definitely locked in a little higher percent just to break a little flex in there. But anyways, let's get right into it. Like kind of like what's going on.
Let's get into why my shoes are dirty because this is funny. I put this in as a note. I get a new pair of shoes every month. Every month because I wear Air Forces. That's all I wear now. Yeah. And They last about a month before they get too dirty, and I need them perfectly clean and white. And there's a million TikTok comments that are like, "How do you keep your shoes so white?" And that's how. Like I literally get a new pair of shoes every month.
It's funny. Yeah, I know. I walked in your mudroom and I saw about like 10 Forces Air Forces. Like, holy.
Yeah, they're everywhere, and everyone who comes over just wears them.
Yeah, it's funny.
I don't throw them away. I just let them compile.
Yeah,
Hey,
I wore I wore your Supreme Forces to the gym.
Yeah, you did.
Jack, we are no longer swearing in the podcast.
Yeah, that was we're trying not to swear. We want this to be a family-friendly podcast, okay?
Are you going to bleep me?
We can do bleeps
My
too.
paycheck gets increased $50 every single beep.
Yeah, no, so don't swear.
Is it hard to beat?
Just
No, it's just a pain.
Do it.
Then I just have to pay more attention.
just bleep right now so we can see what it's like. Just hit the yeah, so that's the bleep.
Yeah,
There you
but then
go.
I have to like anticipate it. It's not
That's
how
not
it
going to
works.
happen.
no, I
you
get
have to go
that.
back and
I can't believe we have this thing. This
All
was
right,
like
this is
$700.
really okay. Hang on. I got to keep everyone on topic here.
True.
This is exciting. So you are officially moving out.
Yo.
You're going off on your own. You can run with this.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I remember you and I got dinner the other night. If you follow us on IG, you would have seen it on our stories. We got like a nice dinner, and we're sitting, we're talking there, and then you pretty much said like, why don't you move out? And I was kind of like,
Why don't you move to the city? Because you commute an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You still like, you're not on your own yet. And I think that's like the biggest step that sets most people apart. And I know that definitely had like it was a big factor in my success was just when I turned 18, like making that move, across the country in my case.
Yeah.
Being 19, moving to LA when I was 19, which was just insane. And you're 18. So I think doing that, living on your own, like all of a sudden life gets real quick. And, you're not going back to school. You don't have like your parents to rely on. Like you're literally in real life.
Yeah.
And you'll grow up way faster and whatever it is that you're doing, which is this, obviously, like you'll start taking a lot more serious. Not that you don't already, but
yeah,
you'll realize that this is it.
Well, I think what it'll allow me to do, like we talked about, is I'll be able to be at the office every single day. Before I was working from home. Now it's like, I can really grind content, really be in front of the computer more and get more screen time trading. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is that moving out kind of puts me, and now that I'm finally in this like position where I'm able to support myself, right, due to trading, it's like really doesn't give me an option to fail. It's like I'm putting myself in an area where I'm surrounded by motivated people, a cool office, I'm supporting myself, and it's like I don't have any other option but to succeed. And it's like taking that risk is something that I've thought a lot about, and I listen to a lot of podcasts, right? It's like my thing. I love listening to podcasts, and mostly like motivational stock podcasts. And there's something that I've noticed. There's a difference between the people who are millionaires and the people who are billionaires, right? Or the people who made it and the people who didn't. And it's the people who really found success is they took some sort of crazy risk. Like I remember this one guy who's like, he does over 20 million a year trading. He's 10 million. He's an 8-figure trader. And he dropped out of college like literally a semester or two before he was about to finish the full-time trade.
Wow.
And he like barely knew how to trade. Dropped it just
Really?
Yeah, barely knew how to
wow,
trade.
okay.
And now what happened, he had no other opinion except to succeed, or just no other option but to succeed. Like if he failed, like he didn't have a degree, he was screwed. Like he didn't have his parents to support him. He was like 20 something, and now he's on a yacht and watching the F1 series. But
putting yourself in a position where like you're literally on the streets if you can't, like if you don't make it, you're on the streets, and then you'll make yourself make it because of that.
Exactly, because
Like
it's
you're
like
screwed if you can't figure it out.
yeah, it's like if you could be motivated, right? But if you don't have an option not to like you need to do this to
No
survive,
option to fail.
it's like you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm super excited for the next 6 months. I think.
What's the living situation? I mean,
yeah?
if you want to talk about it.
I mean, yeah, I'm moving in with 2 roommates. We're getting like a pretty nice place, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's good. I think like I've obviously experienced living on my own, and now I got a roommate, media guy back here. So
Yeah.
it's good. I think it's good, and everyone like. I say everyone should live by themselves, but I at one point, but I don't think anyone should.
What?
I
What do you mean?
you should experience living by yourself, but you shouldn't live by yourself after you experience it. It's good to be surrounded by
just do it,
people
just do-
when
yeah.
you're younger. It's just like a part of developing and growing up.
Yeah, I totally believe in that. And I don't think I could ever live by myself. That's why I'm moving in with roommates, and it'll just make life easier. It's like you have a hard day, come back, there's some boys you can talk to.
And you can be on a consistent like workout routine as well.
Yeah, and also it's like, not to mention, it's if these people that I'm surrounding myself, I choose very like, I'm very picky of like who I surround myself with, right? And I have a very small group of friends, and I just make sure that all my friends are like motivated. They don't have to like be successful, but they have to like, they don't have to be rich. Like that's, I don't care about that. I just care of like who you are as a person and like what are your goals, and like surrounding myself with like those type of people has drastically like I've noticed so much improvement in like who I am as a person from when I left college, right? I mean, I was surrounded. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love like all the people in my frat, a lot of people at the college, but a lot of people that I'm around now it's just exponential growth in terms of my future. So really, like I can't stress enough. I may have said this on a previous episode, but I truly believe it's like you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself the most with, and it's like that's just like the Bible to me. Like that's what makes sense. So
yeah, I agree, and it for me, especially like dropping out of high school, like it was just myself, and I didn't have anyone to surround myself with, and I got to LA and it was just myself, and it took a couple months. I did meet some people who were like-minded, like myself, younger entrepreneurs doing their own things, and I got to really I learned how important that was.
Yep.
And they don't need to be like on your level monetarily, like you said. It's who they are as a person. It's who you are as a person. Mm-hmm. Like everyone in our team, Yeah,
everyone on the team is so great. I love coming into work every day. It's like I'm just excited to see everyone and really grind and.
What are you most excited about?
Excited about
that we're working on? Yeah, moving forward.
I mean, we got some stuff in the works. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can like talk about it a little. I don't want to say too much, but we can definitely talk about it a bit.
By far I am most excited about what we're working on as like a next level, like incomparable educational opportunity for traders. It's like a weird way to put it, but I'm so excited because we're literally creating a solution to bring people from a hobby, I'm interested in trading, to actually professionally trading and we've covered every issue that surrounds people. We cover the funding, right? We cover the legality issues, the tax liability, right? And then we also cover educational issues with like the top, like bringing in the top veteran traders in the world is who we're going to be working with. And also having like literal accountability, risk management people who will check in with you. So it's like what we're creating now is just, it gives me like the chills of how great it's going to be.
Yeah. And I know you're really passionate about what we don't have a name for it, but about this project that we're working on. And I don't want to say any more than that, but I think it's good that you're kind of taking the lead on this and really like making it happen. Cause like, I mean, I've got a lot going on and obviously we're all doing this together, but we needed someone who was passionate to take this idea and run with it.
Yeah. Cause it's like, we were talking about this again. We had a meeting the other day and kind of like a group meeting. And it's like, we kind of had to like restructure a little bit. Cause we work super hard. Like, I mean, we're all putting in 70, 80-hour weeks, right? Mm-hmm. And there's only 24 hours in the day, right? We say that a lot, but it's true. And it's like, it's true in the sense that like one person can only do so much. So it's like delegating, like how are we going to have there's a common like theme in economics, which I learned a lot about in college, was like efficiency, right? The maximum output for the least amount of input.
Yeah.
So how are we going to be most efficient as a company with the amount of people we have? Because the amount of people we have, not everyone, we can't all work 100 hours a week. It's not sustainable. We're going to crash. So being able to kind of delegate and like, okay, you'll work on this, you'll grind this out, you'll stay focused on that. And it's like, we all come together in one common goal, which is really beautiful. And that's why it's so fun that we're surrounded by friends, because we can all do it together.
Yeah, that was well said. I was looking at the show notes and you put Crunch's glasses.
Oh, yeah.
My sunglasses.
Yeah.
Why did you put that in there?
Because I just thought it was funny how you like sat on a pair of like $700 glasses.
I had those sunglasses for a year. I bought those in LA. I actually bought those in the day in the life
But yeah,
video.
you bought this in the video.
Yeah, they were
Nice.
$700 sunglasses. I'm like, I'm never gonna break these ever. And I got in the G-Wagon yesterday, and I sat down. And I just heard a crunch, and both the ends fell off. They're just like gone.
Yeah, that's really fun. That's hilarious.
Devastating.
Oh, we
Just wait, just touching on the projects. We do have Project Ping Pong, which you get if that code name. So we need a code name for this next project.
yeah.
Or Project Ping Pong.
Yeah.
Which is like totally not up off the ground at all.
what's Project Ping Pong?
We can't get.
You forgot what Project Ping Pong is? All right. Oh, that's enough of Project Ping Pong.
Okay.
We've already said too much.
Stay tuned for more.
I think we gave a little good introduction to this project that we're working on, and then we're still months and months out because obviously we're gonna make it good and it's gonna take time.
Yeah.
But right now we have the mentorship, which is a lot as in itself, which isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like our views are the very long term, right? Or long term as in a sense of like we're looking a year ahead, we're looking months ahead, we're looking 2 years ahead. And I think that's an issue with a lot of I'd say just people in general. It's like they want to be rich quick.
Yeah, and a lot of people, especially a lot of TikTokers, gurus, people trying to sell courses, right? I sound like the stereotypical person, like hating, but they're in it for a quick bag, right? They want to make like money fast, and we're here for the long run. Like this company is not going anywhere. No. We're signing like a 2, 3, maybe even 5-year lease on the office, the new office, and we care so much about the product and the quality of the product that we're selling, and because we're all passionate about it, and because we know if you don't deliver a good product, then like you're not gonna last.
Yeah, like I mean,
there's some. Sorry, I swore. Really, really awful trading. That's $50. Dang. There's some awful trading groups out there in the sense that like I know these kids who are flexing rented Lambos, and they know like one rich kid, and then they all flex his cars, and then they have like a paid subscription, and it's like they don't know how, they don't have a clue how to trade. And it's scary. It's like, this is so bad.
Yeah, and that's
all over TikTok. It's so bad. There's like hardly any legitimate groups.
And I think that's kind of why you've succeeded so much, because it's like,
because to be the number one group, there's no way you can't like scan people up to the top.
Yeah,
like
it just doesn't
happen. Like at one point, it's like if you're selling like a fake course or a course that doesn't work, or like something like these kids are doing, they're not gonna make it to where we are. They're not in a million years.
No,
we're the one group, and we're gonna remain the one. We're the biggest trading group out there. We're gonna remain the biggest trading group out there because we are legit.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Love it. I had to go off there a little bit.
It's funny. Speaking of, this is gonna make a lot of people mad. I probably shouldn't say this.
What?
I was gonna say like sketchy businesses, Dogecoin.
Oh,
but I know a lot of people actually like really like Dogecoin. So
sketchy investments, rather.
Yeah. Okay. I'll rescind. But yeah.
I bought some Dogecoin. I bought like
it
was like $2,000 worth of Dogecoin.
Word. So are you a billionaire yet?
At the peak,
oh,
it was like 60 cents or 70 cents, like almost the highest it got to. And it was just like, whatever. I was just having fun with my brother. I'm like, all right, I'll buy $2,000 worth. And it's down. We looked the other day, and it's down like 95%.
Oh.
And I was just thinking, like, that guy, the Dogecoin millionaire, who was on Graham Stephan's podcast and in his YouTube videos. This guy, if you don't know, he literally like put, it was like 180 grand, like his whole life savings, like everything into Dogecoin. Back when it was like worth like less than a cent. And at one point, at the peak, he was up over $3 million. And he was on Graham's podcast, Ice Coffee Hour. Shout out. We should go on their podcast. I would love to go on their podcast.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
They're also welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome to come on our podcast if you see this. Graham reacted to the Day in the Life video we made last year.
I remember.
Maybe he will react to this one too.
That's actually crazy because that's kind of...
I got to finish my story.
Yeah.
The Dogecoin millionaire now definitely does not have $3 million. I saw an update, and now he's down to like 300K, so that's unfortunate.
Well, we made
RIP Dogecoin millionaire.
But back with the Graham thing, we took a lot of advice from what he said.
Yeah, we did.
Like, we fixed the time at the beginning. We fixed...
Oh, that's fun.
What else did he really say that he nagged on?
We need a context. Graham Stephan, big YouTuber out there, biggest finance YouTuber, watched the Day in the Life video that we filmed a year ago in LA and reacted to it and gave us some like critiques. And so this year's video, we have taken that advice and applied
Indeed.
it. Yeah, and I hope he does react. I think he will react.
That'd
to
be-
it.
I think
We
you'll like
can,
it.
we can go on the iced coffee hour.
Well,
yeah. Yeah.
didn't how many views did his reaction get? It got like
I don't
more.
know,
It got
couple
more.
100K.
It got like more than the actual video.
No, I don't think it did.
Oh, really?
I don't think it did. No.
Anyways, it's funny. But oh, there's one other thing we're gonna talk about.
Do you have any trades on right now? You said you had 5 trades on this morning. Are you out of them all?
Yeah.
I wanted to check in and see how your day
Yeah,
went,
I
because I haven't heard anything since I heard, oh my God, man, I've got so many trades on.
Yeah, I normally try not to trade over like 4 or 5 trades, and I definitely had my max on today because it's
You were
like
pushing it.
yeah, because what happens is like you'll notice is the market kind of moves as one, especially when you're investing in this like similar sectors. So it's like all of a sudden I need to get out of 5 trades at once, and to get like a good, in order to get a good closing price on my contracts, I like to look at the active trader on TOS and really see like where like the buyers and sellers are compared to the market value. So it's like I can't do that it's not super fast, right? When I'm trying to get a super super good value for what I'm selling. But anyways, yeah, I exited all my trades before the pod because last time I had trades going, I was like staring at the screen. I was fixated on my trades.
My dad had that same issue because obviously he wanted to learn how to trade a while back. And I think a lot of people do this too, which is like he just kept taking on trades because he was down on one and then he takes on another to like try to offset it because it's hard to just let a loser sit there or wait to hit your stop or it's just like being impatient. Like you got to get something going, especially if you all of a sudden try to trade full time and it's like shoot, like I got to make some money. There goes the bell, which is funny. But yeah, he had like 13 trades on at one point. I was like, you can't, like, by the time like the market opens, yes, like maybe that one of your trades is up $100, but meanwhile, like the other one's down 100, and it's just like you can't even close them out in time. And so sticking to like maybe 3 positions max is like, on a swing trading basis, you never want to hold more than 3 positions overnight. That's just my advice.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. And it's also like if you're holding 13, if you have a good strategy, right, you have a good edge, and you're holding 13 trades, that's insane. Because if you have a good edge, that means you're specific and you're articulate with what trades you're taking on. So if you're taking on 13 trades, that's like a sign that you're doing something wrong and you need to refine like your strategy more.
And I'm referring to like holding 13 trades at the same time. I don't mean like 13 day trades within the same day.
No,
Just to clarify.
like 13 positions.
13 positions open. Where you have to scroll down on your TOS to see the rest of the positions.
Yeah.
I've never, like, when I started out, sure, I probably got 6 or 7 on at one point, but I've never been up there.
Yeah, I remember saying, I was like, oh my gosh, this is exhilarating. I had somebody watching all my positions, my P&L.
But you had a green day, so that's
good. I think I made like 15% on my account today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Like, that's crazy.
Good amount of money, so.
Yeah. And media, you were saying you want to get in on the call-outs. Why have you not yet gotten in on the call-outs?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now I know like everyone, like all my family, like all my friends, like everyone's in the group.
Well,
watching
I'm surprised
No
how
pressure.
many. I'm surprised how many free, like, ins you've given. How many free spots you've given out to people? Like, there's at least one like every week I see in the sales chat. Ever since I've been in the sales chat.
Yeah, maybe even more.
I feel very cool to be in the sales chat.
With the sales team. Hey, if I have like a friend or family member message me, then like I'll of course just give them.
Really, Jack?
I don't know. I felt it.
You didn't need to just throw that.
I'm gonna have to pick that up later.
I'll pick it up. Don't worry.
I pick up everything in here.
No, I actually cleaned up a little bit this morning.
Let me finish.
Anyways.
I will give anyone I know who wants to join.
Sorry.
Anyone who I know who wants to join, I'll give them like access to join for free. Obviously.
Yeah.
We gave your friend access.
Yeah, I gave my friend access, which was dope. He's
excited.
Super excited. It's a great opportunity. But yeah, this is actually funny. It's got me thinking, you better not mess up your call out, because if you ever go back home for like Thanksgiving dinner and you just lost your God,
yeah,
I swore.
Oh my God.
That's coming from you. That is your $50.
$50.
You're gonna get rich.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
But
This guy.
Anyway.
we should have like a jar though, like a swear jar.
I swear that'd be funny.
We need a swear jar. Yeah, you're right. That would suck, because I know
Your whole
my
family
does
would
watch the
just be
call-outs.
like,
Yeah.
like you just lost me in my
I
retirement.
just put together what you said. I heard you say, "Oh yeah, when you go off to Thanksgiving, you do a call out." I was like, "Yeah, so," but I forgot like your whole family's in the group, which is so funny.
Yeah. Most of them follow
Everyone's
the
down
call-outs.
bad at the dinner table.
Yeah.
You're eating like a rotisserie chicken because no one can afford a turkey because you just lost all their money trading co-op.
No pressure at all.
Yeah, definitely not. That must be a ton of
I
pressure.
never thought about that scenario happening.
Yeah.
But it completely could.
That must be a lot of pressure, like dealing with other people's, because it's not like you're a financial advisor, right? You're not. It's people's own risk. It's people's choice to take this trade.
Oh,
You're
of
just
course.
throwing it
I'm
out
just
there.
showing I'm just sharing with everyone what I'm doing.
Yeah, but still, it must be. Do you feel pressure? Do you kind of just do you, and you're like, oh, I took this trade. I'm gonna throw it in the group. Like, how
Yeah,
does-
because I know like everyone, it's their money. Hey, I'm just saying what I'm doing. No, surprisingly, like I don't feel as pressured as you would think.
Okay, really? Wow, I would feel very pressured. I'd probably think
Would
that
you?
mess up.
If all your friends and all your family were watching your exact trades and you were saying when you were entering and exiting, would you be really stressed? Like imagine like everyone today was sitting over your shoulder watching all your trades. How would you feel? And they all had their money in there too.
Oh, they could use. Yeah, that would. No, I don't
Everyone
know.
you know,
I feel like
almost everyone you know.
I think my strategy's been really good lately, and I've just kind of been I've just been really consistent and killing it. So it's like I don't know. It'd really be tricky if they were looking over my shoulder. Like I would probably be a little stressed out. But no, it's definitely a hard thing to do.
What if you get home and your mom's like, "Oh, I just lost like $800. Thanks."
I'd be like, well, like, oh my, I did it again.
It honestly, you just have to be really confident, and I am, and that's why.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have like the, what would you call it? The trade log to prove it and like back up that confidence, because it's like you have years of being a profitable trader. So why would it change now? And you've been
and that's the only way
you've
I
been
can do it.
trading consistently through this bear market, which is the hardest time to trade.
No, I know, which is insane.
So I mean that all together, but
He's
I
just itching to
think-
talk.
I think.
I don't know if this is a good idea that we gave you a
We've been
mic.
on this topic for a while.
What is
this
the
is getting
topic?
drawn out. I think we need to discuss the elephant in the room.
What's the elephant in the room?
Bot comments.
Bot comments.
They've gotten so
it's
sophisticated.
getting really bad. Have you seen like on TikTok or on YouTube, like there are a million fake accounts pretending to be whatever the influencer is. Like if it's me, you look on my videos on TikTok and there's like hundreds of fake The Daily Trader bots, and they comment like WhatsApp numbers.
Yeah, they
Not
say,
even
"Hit me up
that.
on
So
WhatsApp."
I just sent a huge chain. Like they make fake chains of like.
And it's like weirdly spelled letters and
Yeah.
spaces because they get around like all the blocks. Like people, you could block what's said. Like the algorithms on like TikTok will block certain things from being said. So they use like different like weird alphabet characters and it's so bad. And people like that is like scamming at its like highest level.
Yeah.
Like there are full blown companies with hundreds of people working to scam people, to scam like my audience, to scam other audiences like Ricky, Graham. Like it's so out of control, and like I cannot believe like nothing's being done about it. We were on TikTok the other day, and one of my videos popped up, and it was an ad, like a paid TikTok ad, and it was me, and it was promoting like this other course, which I had no
But the
relation to
website was
me.
the same,
But
right?
they no, like they use my video. They like I've seen so many variations where they'll either promote a fake version of my course or they'll promote a different course. It's just like this is bad.
Yeah.
And people are getting scammed. I've had people message me like, "Hey, I didn't get access to your group. I just sent you like $3,000 in Bitcoin."
Yeah. Well,
There's nothing I can do other than post on my story. Like, watch out for those comments. So please be aware if you're on anyone's YouTube videos, TikTok comments, anywhere. Don't WhatsApp people. All right, I don't have a WhatsApp. Okay, and don't send anyone Bitcoin. So just don't do it because you can't get it back.
yeah, it's definitely
I
risky biz.
sent you guys in text like one of them. It's just like the top comment says something, and then it's just a bunch of bots like replying to each other and like trying to look
the thing
legit.
is, it's like one legit. Well, it's not one legit one. It's like one fake The Daily Trader, and then like 500 to 500 different fake accounts pretending to be different people responding to that.
Like, oh my gosh,
that like
maybe so much
engage
more-
with it to make it look like it's really like other people responding to my comment.
Yep.
No, it's insane.
No, it is. It's scam business is crazy. You ever seen that? Who did? I think it was like Mark Rober. Is that his name? Yeah, he did like the.
It's Mark Rober.
Yeah, he did the people were like stealing Amazon packages from the door, so he did like this like glitter bomb, whatever. But then it turned into like he got so many views, he took it up a step further, and then he was like tracking down the like scam stations, but they're all based in like India, and they're crazy. They're these full offices
Yeah.
of just people scamming, just taking advantage, which is really scary to think about.
I heard that it was at a golf course. Someone said that like golf courses have lost and founds, like whatever, like random places. I think it was like water parks, where scammers will call like the golf course and be like, "Hey, I lost like this," or like, "Do you have like AirPods?" And then if they're like yes, they're like, "Oh well, I was there the other day, but now I'm back home. Could you just send it to me? Could you mail it to me?"
Yeah,
And that's like a full blown scam. And then they have the whatever company place mail them the AirPods and then they resell them. Like that's crazy to me when people do that.
What,
Have you
it's
heard
like,
of that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's unfortunate because like there's so many ways in this world to make money, and you can either do that, like you doing that, like setting up a scam business takes just as much effort as setting up a legitimate business. So it's
No,
like funny
it's
that
crazy.
people just do that, but yeah, it sucks.
Well,
Anyways, I
hey,
think we should take a
break.
Yeah,
Break time. All right, we'll be back.
All right,
Welcome back.
We're squirrels.
We're squirrels.
That was
Out
swore.
in chores. Yep.
Please make us.
Normal. Okay.
There you go.
I don't know how I feel
Sorry,
about
we
that.
got this new board and
No,
it's
it's
like
fun. It's
amazing.
definitely fun. But we're
too
back
much fun.
after
Oh,
a
wait.
short intermission.
We have to turn off the AC. The AC's on.
Turn off the AC.
I'll
then.
turn off the AC.
Yeah.
It's about to get hot in here.
We're gonna read some fun TikTok comments. We're gonna respond to some
shall we?
different. We'll go through like I don't know a couple comments, hate ones, some questions. We'll cover the bases.
Okay, word. Let's do it.
Granted, 90% of the comments are hate comments. They either say I rented my McLaren, I rented my friends, or I rented my entire life. So everyone thinks everything's rented, which is quite fascinating because none of it is. other than the apartment. We rent the apartment. I will, admit that. This one's good. Hang on. This some of these comments, like honestly, I have the best time. Like if I need a laugh, if I'm having a down day, I'll just read some comments. Actually, this one's just want. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna read that one. I can't. Some of these we actually like literally can't read.
Yeah, no, I'm reading some of these. I'm like, wow. Some people are so like
They're ruthless. Like
Ben, it's really funny.
I manage the podcast account and like I just don't read them anymore because like they actually get to me because I didn't use TikTok before.
See, they don't get to me. I could give two
I know.
bleeps about the comments. Like I really just don't care. It's really funny.
They make me depressed, so I don't read them anymore.
Really,
Sometimes they're
you're
funny.
just not
Like,
used to it. I've been
I'm
in the
not used
game
to
for
it.
a minute, so it's
yeah.
that whatever. Wait, I'll go off a viral, like a semi-viral one. This is the pod account. Some people actually are like, not some people are liking the pod. A lot of people like the pod, but the majority of people who comment are just commenting hate. Like not many people take the time to comment something nice, which is interesting, but this is just how society is, I guess. A lot of people are saying like I interrupt you like constantly and I won't let you talk.
yeah, I wanted to
that's
talk
a common
about that.
theme.
yeah, you do.
I'm looking for common themes here. See, I'm doing it right now.
yeah.
And other people were saying that you're smart, but I don't let you say anything. Like I'm like you're smarter than me with
Word.
stuff we're talking about.
Wait,
Word.
people think Jack's smarter than you?
Apparently,
Hold on.
Maybe
Hold on.
maybe you should let him talk.
Hold on. Like
All right. It's clear whose side the editor's on.
Sorry, Jack.
how do you feel about this? Me interrupting you.
I don't know.
Constantly.
I kind
and
of
I don't let you say anything. I'm kidding.
No, I know you're right. I think it's kind of funny because it's kind of like our dynamic. So it's not necessarily because like you interrupt me. It's not like we're talking over each other, or I guess you talk over me, but then I stop and then you'll let me talk. So it's kind of like a funny dynamic. Yeah. So I've kind of learned how to like wait to talk because you can definitely keep talking and talking and talking. But
I feel like I was saying this the other day, like by doing this podcast, I've become really good at like transitioning into different topics and like maneuvering around conversations or like making a conversation happen based on something that we wanted to talk about. And I think in real life, like I'll become better at talking to people and being able to like control conversations.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, maybe this is translated into a life skill. Put this on your resume.
Because there is like a certain tone when you're on a podcast, like when you hear yourself talking, like you just talk in a certain way that's not exactly like you do in like when you're not on a podcast.
Yeah. No, this is true. I've kind of noticed.
It's not
I've
like
been-
we're not being ourselves.
No, but I've actually noticed that like myself and like talking, I've kind of been treating it like a podcast, which is really funny because the podcast is on my mind a lot.
Yeah, just talking to people in normal life. You start talking like you're transitioning and talking about different things on a podcast.
Yeah, it's like going back to what we were saying earlier.
Yeah, that like, stuff like that. It's
like I'm
really
like, what am I
funny.
talking about?
When we get back, I'm gonna get Brandon on. Okay, when we get back, I'm gonna make this happen. When I get back, not we get back. When I get back from my trip, so not next week, the week after. So it'll be episode number 8. We'll have Brandon on. This kid is crazy, like multi-millionaire, crazy crypto gambler, has supercars on supercars.
I really want to meet him.
Super nice kid.
He seems hilarious, just from like your guys' memories in Myrtle. Like,
Yeah, I met him back in LA, and so we've got some good stories. And he came out for a couple of days to Myrtle Beach when I was there and hung out. And we've got good stories, and he's just got a crazy life story and like just super inspirational.
Well, it's cool because he's young and successful, which is like what a lot of people aspire to be. So
He's young
It's
and
cool
doing
being-
so well. Like, it's crazy. And then this other kid, very similar name, Brendan, I'd like to have on as well.
Yeah.
And he does drop shipping, e-commerce. And I met him in LA. Here, like all my LA connections, right?
Yep.
And
wasn't
and he's a neat kid as well. He's got a cool story and he makes a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like 16.
that's tough.
So it's crazy.
No, it is actually insane, like how young kids are now, especially. You don't really see it because
Like this never, like just in the last 5-6 years.
Yeah,
There's
that,
like a
like-
new breed of young, like
Well, it's-
rich entrepreneurs who are doing stuff on their own. And that is because of like social media.
Yeah, there's like a glass ceiling that prevented people from like entering certain industries, but now it's like you can really do whatever you like. You don't need no one's permission to go, or you don't need. It's not capital intensive, right? It's not capital intensive to open up a freaking TikTok. It's free. You get that for free, but then you can start making money. So it's like these businesses that, the old way of making money was you have money to invest. The more money you have, the more money you can make. But now it's like there's all these, especially with online. Most of it's free. So it really just comes down to how much work you're trying to put in. But
Yeah.
speaking, this is really funny. I read an article, and so do you remember Pokemon Go?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I played Pokemon.
I definitely played a fair share. I definitely had some. What was a good number? Like 2,000 CP.
Oh, I don't
All right,
remember
I don't
it
even
that
wanna-
well.
I don't wanna get into it.
That
But
I'm
anyways.
nerd out over Pokemon. Hey, this guy still plays Clash of Clans.
A lot of people play Clash of Clans.
I hear the little zing.
The pod. Yeah,
I
no,
hear that in the background. I look over. I'm like, you're supposed to be editing that guy.
but
I'm kidding.
anyways, so when Pokemon Go came out, right, and it was a huge sensation. Yeah. Right?
Oh yeah,
I mean, it was everywhere.
People still play it. Sorry, I'm just
Yeah,
reading
I mean,
through
no,
the
it's definitely a super fun game. It was huge. It was all over the news. So accordingly, Nintendo's stock shot up $10 billion in like 4 days or something, like a crazy.
Oh,
amount.
when Pokemon Go was
like
blowing
almost
up.
it like trip, like something crazy. Like their stock went way up, and so went by 5 days later, and what was the
we should
I wanna
fact
find the
check
graph.
that.
Jack-
Yeah,
No, I have a graph pulled up right
we
here.
now have a full-time fact checker.
We do, yes. Jack's friend.
Much needed.
He did a job.
It's no,
Shout out to
no,
Jack.
Okay, it rose.
Shout out to
It
Jack's
rose.
friend.
I have
friend
the,
who'll be listening to this.
I have the
and
article
probably
right here.
taking this out.
no. So it rose 50%, right? Gained over $1 billion in a day.
Okay.
$10 billion in less than a week.
Wow.
And Nintendo doesn't own Pokemon Go.
Wait, what?
Nintendo doesn't own.
They don't
Pokemon
even
Go.
own Pokemon? Are you
Nope.
serious?
So a spokesperson from Pokemon Go, from Nintendo, had to go out and say, "Yeah, we didn't make that. They had a
What?
percent in Pokemon Go, but it was not their thing.
Oh, I
So
didn't know
it's
that.
actually owned by Niantic and the Pokemon Company. So
Oh.
two different publicly traded, or I don't know if they're publicly
No
traded, but
way.
two different companies, right? So then the stock obviously dropped like 32%. But which is funny because there's still like another like couple billion in equity that was left in the company. But it's just crazy how much like the news can affect things.
Yeah, I've heard that happening. It was, I think, a company Elon Musk like hinted about doing, like partnering with something, maybe like a battery company. It was like a year ago, and people mixed up the ticker, and like this other company, not the one that he actually was talking about. It was another one, very similar, ended up gaining like 50% in value.
It's really funny.
Just based off a little tweet, which is crazy. I was trying to find more comments to read, by the way, but every other comment literally says rental.
Yeah.
I could not believe how many say rental. And it's funny, like I'm the only one who actually doesn't rent cars.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I know.
out of everyone on TikTok, like Ricky doesn't rent cars, Ricky Gutierrez, right? There's other people who don't. Most people out there do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, like even if you like, okay, so I think people are like saying that. So there's like different types of rentals, right? For cars, there's short-term rentals, right? Like you buy it, you have it for a day, you shoot content, super slimy, and then there's leasing a car, which you're still paying like, $2,000 a month. I mean, a McLaren would probably be $3,000 a month. I mean, I'm not too sure on the numbers,
probably
but it's
like
like
$3,000 a day.
that's for short term. But for if you're actually like leasing it through like a leasing company, which is still like a flex, but no, you own it. I've seen like the registration or titles or whatever.
Yeah, I'll just get I'll get the title and take a picture of it, put that on TikTok. And
it's kind of funny because it's like,
but people will then be like, "Yo, that's fake. That's a fake title," or show me like, I don't know. Like, I guess there's nothing more to prove other than the title.
Yeah, but I mean, like obviously, like
I don't really care.
It honestly, which is the funny thing about it is like the rental comments. It drives up engagement on the videos.
It does. It's all
Like,
helps feed into the algorithm and give me a viral TikTok video.
So it's funny, like the people who are trying to like hate are actually like helping you out, giving you more views, which is pretty contradictory.
They are.
But
and you did that. You've done that with your videos. You misspelled. I saw like one of the videos the other day. You made the sentence. I had to read it like 5 different times. You didn't just misspell the sentence. You wrote it like in the worst like possible grammar and the worst English. Your grammar was off. The English was off. The spelling was off.
do you want me to quote it?
Yeah.
I have it right here. It says, "If you aren't going to lunch in McLaren, then the McLaren R is you." Like, and
so that wasn't supposed to mean
there's like a couple
anything
words
other than
spelled
just
wrong in
to
there.
confuse people.
Yeah, and then the comments are like, "What? Like, yeah, the McLaren R is me, bro. What? Grammar ain't gramming. What a statement." Just like it's like, but there's like these secondary ways of kind of driving up engagement, which is really funny to play with.
And the best videos on TikTok that we've seen so far, like our best performing videos, are when we're like overreacting. It'll be like a huge celebration.
Yeah.
It's like that just stupid, like dramatic. And it almost comes back to like the original TikTok, which is like that cringy dancing.
Yep.
Yeah,
or like cringy skits.
Like we'll stand in front of the monitors, we'll jump up and wave our arms, and it'll get like 3 million views.
Yep.
We were dying yesterday filming.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
And I'm like, it's after hours. Like, I don't care. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, 'cause-
well, more comments.
Well, it's
literally is more
Exactly.
comments.
It's funny because like I'd say it's a pretty small percentage of people who actually like are competent traders, right? Like, a lot of people might know what trading is. So a lot of people like they wouldn't even think to like look at the clock, and that's not the bottom line, right? So it's funny that it's just funny how like that's what does well, not like the actual like trading content.
Yeah, we can put like so much effort into a piece of content that's educational and that, provides a lot of value, and then it's just going to flop and it's not going to do well. So it's like, hey, we're providing plenty of value through the podcast, the YouTube videos, the course, if you like to join, right? So it's like, who cares if we have some fun on TikTok? Because that's why we're the number one group out there. Doing what no one else will do.
And like I was talking to somebody and they're like, why do you guys do so much on TikTok? I'm like, it is like the number one like reach engine.
Yeah.
Like you can fuel so many people through it. It's crazy.
Remember when
it's
TikTok was
insane.
like dead? It was like never. I remember because like people who did TikTok it used to be Musically, and then it went away, and then it was like
it was like Vine, Musically, TikTok.
Yeah, but Vine and Musically were different. Like Vine actually died.
Yeah,
but then it had that first like concept of short form vertical content, but nobody actually like professionals didn't take it seriously yet. It just wasn't it. I don't know why it died. I think it's a company thing. But then Musically did all the dancing, the Jacob Sartorius. I think they're owned by the same people.
Logan
I think
Paul
that might be
off Vine.
that might be a rumor that they're owned by the same people. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the history of Musically. Don't hate on that, but like, yeah, something like that. they were successors in a way.
That's interesting.
A lot of people got famous off Vine, Musically, and TikTok, and I guess I'm kind of in that group.
That's funny.
Not that I'm famous, but it's like as far as like an educational standpoint, definitely one of the biggest accounts out there.
Yeah.
And that's because like the grind it takes to blow up on TikTok is insane. I don't think people understand like how much effort it is to post 3 videos a day, 3 like different unique videos, like different concepts, different content, different ideas. Be creative, be original. It's a lot of work. We've got thousands of TikTok videos.
Totally.
It's insane.
That's a funny noise.
Across all accounts, especially, and now we're posting on more accounts, and that's like the scalability factor is like just starting another account, posting 3x daily, and then all of a sudden you've got 4 or 5 different accounts posting three videos per day, and no one's willing to put in that work.
Right.
I see most people in most trading groups posting like 1 video every couple of days.
Yeah, and that's just like why they're not. I mean, that's kind of like why we've done so many views. It's because you've kind of studied and really figured out the algorithm and like what makes a account blow up and get millions of views. And because you've figured that out, you've been able to kind of like use that to your advantage and bring a ton of traffic into just like this, this group. It's pretty remarkable. But this is kind of like an interesting topic of discussion. And I think I mentioned to it yesterday. It's like we were walking. I was like, dude, like you could literally retire right now. Like you could put your money into like some type of like money management fund. Like Ralph RIA, right? Like you could long-term invest. Like you have enough capital, right? Where you could just like, that's how much people save up to their 70s to retire with.
Yeah.
Why don't you just like retire?
Why don't I just retire?
Just like live on a beach, like nice crib, like get a dog, like what?
Find the one.
Yeah.
Okay, just a little short thing. The one, that word, the one. Just wait. When Brendan comes on, bring up that word. Okay, my buddy Brendan, right?
Okay.
The one. Just save it for that.
We'll write
This
it
kid
down.
will go off. Okay. Anyway, why don't I retire?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like it's very obvious. Like there's no point in living if you don't have something to live for. And I live for work. Like this is what I enjoy. This is what I do. If I retired, like I wouldn't be able to retire for more than 2 days. I can hardly go on a week vacation. Like I'm like stressing about going on vacation next week.
Yeah, it's funny.
And like I wouldn't be going unless it was like because I'm only going because it's a family thing. And I'm like stressing because I'm like like I don't want to have nothing to do. Like I want to be able to work.
I'm stressing about you.
I'm stressing because I'm not going to be here and not here working. And also like I have to put away my computer. There's a balance. Like, yeah, I got to put away my computer so I can spend time with family. That's important. I know that. But deep down, it also stresses me out because I can't. Like I have to not work.
That's going to be really weird for Jack and I. Jack, are you ready next week when Mark's gone?
You and I, King of the Office. I might take over your setup. I might. I don't know.
You should. We should. We should.
You just
film.
swore $50.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I'm up to like 250 or 300.
Yeah.
On this
Wait,
episode.
can we fact check that? Yo, fact checker.
Can we have a
fact check that?
I mean, this would just
at
be more
least
work for
300.
you, just to create like a counter, just like how much money you've made.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna do that.
That's
we-
$50 is a little much.
It
per
is a little
swear.
much, but it has to be so that you don't.
for
swear.
like it's just
The
yeah,
one. He's found the one.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Work
All right,
in
so
progress.
now
I was gonna bring her up because she thinks that TikToks are cringe.
Oh.
She got.
Well, that's fair. I mean, they are.
Yeah, they are. And I literally told her, she's like, why don't you guys, she texted me this yesterday, I'll show you. She's like, why don't you guys do educational content? Why don't you guys do this? Why don't you guys do that? I was like, you know what Mark tells me every single time is that it doesn't get views. And you're right. Like it does
they
not get views.
I've
that's
tried.
it.
I've tried
I've
posting
tried
educational
too. Yeah,
content.
I got like
Yeah.
0 views.
No, we used to make those clips from the YouTube. Like we had a few educational YouTube videos that we clipped and then put them on TikTok and they didn't do any. They got a few views, but like not as much as usual. So I rest my case.
Well, that's good. We'll have a live audience of one. I think eventually, if she should have a come and sit in on the podcast. Sit in on the podcast. Watch the podcast.
Well, you're not here next week.
I want to have some guests. Am I here next week?
She's
Okay.
here next week, but
I want to
you're not
have
here.
like a couple people watching. I think that would be fun.
like a live studio. Like
yeah.
That'd be funny.
Because I think most podcasts have like a good like crew behind them. Like it's just the 3 of us.
I think
an
it'll
actual
be more
studio.
like that in the new office. Like maybe we'll have some side mics that are just always on. If
yeah, I
say
just
the-
want
say
people
the
to watch. I want it to be like
assistant-
a show, like a live show. Like we got like a whole like
Yeah.
bleachers with people watching.
We can do that in the new office. That room is huge. I'll pop a video of it on the screen. Sorry for audio listeners. Just imagine a room like basically 3 times the size of the new office.
good view.
of the current office, like width and depth. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oops, turned my mic
mic went
off. Did we talk about Netflix yesterday? And
Oh,
like
no,
how-
I saw. Actually, I want to talk about what you put in the show notes.
Did we not talk about Netflix?
No, we
What did I-
did.
what
We
did
could
I
do-
put
Oh, I
in the
really
show
want to
you,
talk about
you
this
put like
subject.
the most random article, like this like weird. It's funny like what they're putting in the news nowadays. It's and
Yeah.
the title is iPhone lost in a river for 10 months, reunited with owner, and it works. Like wow, who
Well,
cares?
it was frozen in the river. I don't know where this was. Let me look at the article. This was a few days ago.
It's just like funny. It's like so like what it like wow like oh
Well,
my
because
gosh,
Apple
it's like-
says that its iPhones are rated for like 30 minutes due to like the IP68 rating or something like that.
Yep.
But this one was found 10 months later, like frozen in a river. There's like a photo on the article.
Talk about over delivering on a service or product.
Yeah, no, I mean, go Apple. Hey, iPhones used to like not be waterproof at all. Like you used to drop your phone in the toilet and it was gone. You know, like it was done.
Put it
You
in
dropped your
rice.
phone in the toilet.
Like we're kind of no. My cousin has. She dropped her like iPhone 6 in the toilet and it was like dead instantly.
Yeah.
I've definitely never done that.
No, neither have I. That's gross. I can't imagine like if you drop your phone in the toilet. This is why are we talking about this? Like,
On to a new subject.
yeah,
Yeah.
new subject. It's getting hot in here too.
There was a great Netflix show that I was watching the other day. See, when I
Here he
need
goes.
just stupid, dumb entertainment. When I watch something, like I'll watch like an episode at night because it gets your mind off things, and like I can like hardly sleep some nights because my brain's always going. It's like really hard to shut off. Like I'm always going 100%. So watching just like a stupid show, like I don't care if the acting's bad. If there's like a cute girl in it, then who cares? I'll watch the whole show.
That's
This
so
girl was
funny.
beautiful in this show. Yeah.
Word.
It's all about the thumbnail for you on Netflix.
Yeah, if there's a pretty girl in the thumbnail, then watching that.
Can we I mean, just
interesting.
speaking of like that Girl Next Door movie, that movie came out in 2005, which is crazy. Like we watched that again.
That was like,
seen
great.
that.
See, and it sometimes doesn't fail. Like half the time, the movie's actually great.
Yeah.
That's a stretch.
No.
Come on,
I'm not
Give me
quoting that. Not quoting that.
Beautiful girl in the thumbnail. It's a good movie. 80% of the time.
Really?
80% win rate.
That's interesting.
That's what my win rate is this
I
year.
actually stopped.
Actually, it's
trading
70,
stocks.
79.9, but we'll call it 80.
Yeah. This is a dumb topic. We should move on.
I agree.
I don't even watch shows anymore.
Oh, you're gonna be that guy. I don't have time to watch shows.
No. It's not that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do. I just finished Peaky Blinders, which was such a good show.
Yeah, you
but it's
told
like,
me
I gotta like watch myself because I will get into a show and I will just I won't stop watching until I finish it. So I will literally binge a show for like 12 hours.
I like doing that too. I've done that a couple of times. Stayed up all
Yeah, and then
night.
I'm just like, wow, I literally did nothing today. I just
we
watched
did
the
that
show.
with Stranger Things, like semi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a week that we watched it through. That was nice because like we had something to look forward to every day. Like once we finished episode 4 with Max like rising, and then that's like the best. Everybody in the Stranger Things community like says that that's like the best new episode. Like it beat out whatever.
Why do you
one.
think Netflix decided to release seven
I
episodes
wanted to
and then
talk about
save the last 2 episodes? Wait a month to release the
Well,
last.
I just think it's
interested. What do you mean?
ridiculous that Netflix, their release strategy is so off. Like every other streaming service release 1 episode per week,
Yeah.
builds the hype, builds the discussion. Twitter's blowing up, Reddit's blowing up. Everyone's talking about it at work. Like it just creates more discussion on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
When you drop everything to be binged in a week, it just doesn't make any sense. Talk about that, please, so we can clip this.
Yeah.
Because I'm not on camera.
I wonder if
'Cause
people. Okay, you say why you think they do this.
It was 7 episodes, right?
Yes.
Netflix released the first 7 episodes of Stranger Things, and then waited. They're waiting. It hasn't even come out yet. A month to release the last 2. I don't see why. I don't see any benefit in doing so.
It doesn't make any sense. Well, I think
It makes no
I think the
sense.
second half makes sense, but having it
It's not even like the second half of the show. It's not even like a part 2. It's not like they release 7 and then release the other 7. I think Ozark did do that.
Yeah.
Ozark released the first half and then the second half. It's just like a fraction of the episodes.
But how much more hype would it have been if you saw Max rise and you didn't know if she was like still alive and you had to wait a week to see episode 5?
Yeah, because
That would
I
have
used
made
to
so
watch
much more
shows
sense.
week by week.
You just spoiled it for
It's
everyone.
been out for a month. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I haven't-
I'm sorry. If you haven't
Whoops.
seen it yet, then like if you like, sorry. Like,
Yeah.
everybody is talking about it.
Spoil that.
Word. Thanks for spoiling that for me.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
You need
gonna
to watch it. You need to get
I was
Netflix
gonna.
in.
I just need to like carve out a time where I can just watch the whole thing in like a day. So
Mark is balling on the 4K subscription of Netflix, and I love it. Like I finished
sir.
I finished season 5 Better Call Saul. I need to watch the 6th season. So
4K. What's
and
that?
4K Netflix.
It's just more. It's higher quality. It's so great on our 4K
Do you like pay
TV.
more?
yeah.
Yeah,
You just pay more per month. That's interesting.
I love it.
I
It
didn't know
looks
you-
so good.
I didn't know you could do that. That's interesting. You found the most absurd way to flex. Congratulations.
That's good.
I love it. Shout out to Mark and his Netflix subscription.
Well, Netflix's shows might be doing good. Their stock definitely is not. It's just been
Nah,
down.
remember I showed you that chart?
They came out with earnings, dropped like 30%.
Yeah, it was. Well, I think the big part was that they actually lost. It was their first loss of subscribers ever, which is super interesting because they, with the whole Ukraine and Russia propaganda, what they did was they canceled subscriptions in Russia, so they in turn lost 700,000 subscriptions, right? And they reported the quarter, I believe, with a loss of 200,000 subscriptions.
Wow.
So it's like they'd actually would have been positive subscriptions if they didn't take away the subscriptions from Russia, which is interesting because Netflix is a company, right? As a company, their bottom line is to make money, obviously. That's every company's bottom line. It's to make money. While I feel like this kind of in this political environment, a lot of companies have shifted to like social responsibility, right? And trying to be more responsible. So what Netflix did was they were trying to be social responsible. They didn't stand with the whole Russia invading Ukraine dilemma. So they canceled subscriptions in Russia, which in turn created a loss in subscribers and plummeted their stock like 30%. And now they're cutting they just had to cut 300 employees, which is super,
I think you should pull up Netflix on like a 4-hour because like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just,
pull up the chart. I'd like to see actually.
this is actually a funny trading story. I just make this one chart.
Did you know that it's NFLX?
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was weird.
It's 5 o'clock, y'all. Like we're pushing it. Today.
Yeah,
See,
they
we normally record
they do
earlier
it.
in the day, but today we just had stuff that kept coming up and it just kept getting pushed.
We were so hype on the YouTube though.
That's what we were focusing on, uploading that day in the life.
Screen's all messed up.
Which you have to go check out if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, Netflix, looking at the chart, is down a lot. Wow.
Yeah, look at
what
that
was their
4-hour.
high on the 4-hour was 700 and the low is 162. That's brutal.
Yeah, no, that is super.
For audio listeners out there, it's basically just imagine like 3 plateaus all going down a third.
Yeah, it's just not
Pretty much.
It's not pretty. So
Yeah.
this is funny. I mean, I don't know if like our physical viewers can see this, but
They definitely can't.
Nah, well, I can zoom in.
this was like when was this? This is 411. So okay, so
That was
I remember
earnings right there.
I remember
Big
when
drop.
market in like, what was this? This was like February. No, this is January. When the market started to go downhill, I was like, oh, this is just a little pullback. Obviously, I was still pretty new to trading stocks, and wow, Netflix is down 75% from their high.
Wow.
That's crazy. Like a huge company.
Also,
Almost
I
as
need
bad
to,
as my Dogecoin.
no, and I need to state too. I am not a trader. Well, very much. Like I've traded a little bit. Mostly just luck on crypto. But
Nice.
so I don't know if plateau is the right term at all.
like
I don't know trading terms.
I would
Yeah.
say consolidation.
Yeah. I just need to state that for the
like-
listeners. So I
Well,
don't
it's
know
trading
what I'm
like
talking
range bound for like a couple weeks and then just giant like drops.
about. Yeah. I need to take the masterclass. That's something I need to do. I'm in the chat. I can take the call outs. I want to take the call outs. I just don't have money in TOS yet. I need to move all that over.
To all the audio listeners and viewers out there, if you'd like to learn how to trade, we offer one single offer, right? It's what we've been talking about. It's just the mentorship group and you can see what I'm trading. And then you get access to like my trading system, which is like all the videos covering everything I do and like trading psychology, risk management, and my strategies in the market. So if you want to learn, we'll put the first link below. You just click on that link and we'll put a discount code there as well for you. So yeah, feel free to check it out. Maybe you'll make some money alongside myself if you join.
Or are we
guaranteed.
ending it?
Are we ending it? I don't know.
Oh, that's funny. I was literally, but did you just cut my camera?
No, so
Oh, okay. I was just gonna this whole Netflix conversation reminded me of something that it kind of pissed me off when because remember Facebook had a crash too. Facebook reported and they just dropped like a crap ton. We could pull up the ticker right here.
Yep,
but
I remember. And Snapchat. I think it was Facebook,
or Meta,
Netflix.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Facebook, Netflix, and Snapchat
Why you
all
know?
around the same time tanked.
Why would it load?
It's their new ticker because it's Meta. It's not FB anymore. I don't even know what.
They changed
I
the
don't know.
ticker.
I just
I
know
think
that
they did.
Facebook has always
Yeah,
been.
it's
Wow,
Meta.
they changed it. I didn't. Okay, that's bad. I didn't know that. I always because when they were trading as FB on Meta, which is interesting, but they actually got the.
I think.
I don't know why they changed it. They clearly didn't do much. But anyways, so Netflix reported right had this huge drop, and I remember this girl. She had like all of her this streamer girl, right? She obviously had a lot of money from streaming. One of those like just good looking girls streaming, and she had like a ton of money in Facebook, and it dropped, and she lost like $300,000, and she was like crying, like, oh my god, I lost all this money. Please, like, so she created like a GoFundMe to like make all her money back. And I was just like, what?
That's so dumb.
Yeah,
Never
I was
heard of
like,
anyone doing that.
yeah, I was like, why would you do that?
It was just a bad investment. That's
Yeah,
your
I was like,
fault.
that's your fault. It was like,
I remember seeing that. On
yeah,
Reddit.
you
I
saw that too.
on Reddit,
Yeah, I saw that. I was like what? Like that's your like you shouldn't be crying like. And then of course she made like all her money back and more.
No way. People actually.
Yeah, dude.
What?
I was blown. I was like, that's the risk of investing. And then so, life
we
hack.
should we should say this. Like, hey, listen, don't trade with money you can't lose. Hey, and don't take advice from us. We're not financial advisors. We're just talking.
Yeah.
We're just a trading group sharing our experience.
Yeah.
You know, we can't give any financial advice. So important to know.
Yeah. I mean, they already heard the disclaimer, but yeah.
One is with that this story that makes me mad for some reason. We should probably end it at 5. I think it was a good day today. Definitely another busy one.
Yeah, Brandon will be on. I will make Brandon come
Heck yeah.
out here. I'll fly him out.
Sweet,
Get him
man.
on next episode.
Yeah. Have fun on your family trip.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you deserve it. You need it.
Media and I will have lots of fun.
We will have a great week.
All
You will
right.
come back to a plethora of booby traps and pranks. waiting.
Hold the fort down. Hold the fort down, boys. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Later.
Peace.